Hello, and welcome to Pokemon Lair. I'm TD, and this is the Lair, so it's TD's Pokemon Lair. Today, we will be unboxing a box of 10 Pokemon cards I sent to PSA, and I got them back. They sent them back in this nice box, professionally packaged so that they don't get damaged. Let's get them out of here and see what grades I got. Alright, let's go. Let's go ahead and look at a 1999 Pokemon Fossil, the Recycle card, a first edition, the number 61 card. The front surface of this card looks really good. I don't see any damage, no creases, no dirt. Our centering looks really good. I think it's totally within tolerance. And finally, looking at our corners and our edges, they look really nice. Moving to the back of the card, you can see that the quality of this card continues to the back. The surface looks really good. Our centering looks really well within tolerance. And finally, looking at our corners there and our edges, looking at that upper right corner, might have some damage, but I don't think so. And that's going to give us a grade of Gym Mint 10. Awesome. I like it. I'm looking at a 1999 Pokemon Fossil, the Mysterious Fossil, a first edition number 62 card. The front surface of this card looks really good. I don't see any damage. The surface is clean. Our centering, I think, is within tolerance from top to bottom and side to side. And our edges and our corners are very nice and clean. As we take a look at the back of the card, you can see that the surface looks really good, just as good as the front of the card. There's no issues there. Our centering, I think, is slightly to the left, but it's probably within tolerance. Looking at our edges and our corners, the corners look pretty good, but there's some slight damage down that right side. And we're going to get a grade of Mint 9 for the Mysterious Fossil. Man, these older cards are doing pretty good. Let's look at a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Dragonair, the first edition number 33 card. This card looks really clean. I think it's nice and I don't see any issues with it. Our centering, I think, is within spec, and our edges and our corners have no damage. The back of the card looks pretty good. Our centering, I think, is within spec from top to bottom and left to right. Our surface looks really clean. I don't see any scratches or damage. Going to our edges and our corners, our upper left corner and lower right corner both have some damage. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9 for this Dark Dragonair. That's pretty good. The card is a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Electrode, a first edition number 34 card. Looking at the front of this card, the surface looks pretty clean and all that, except there's a white or one or two white specks on the picture of the Electrode. The centering, I think, is really good, and our edges and our corners are too. I just worried about those two specks. Looking at the back of the card, the surface looks really clean. There's no problems. Our centering doesn't look too bad. I think it's probably within spec. And looking at our corners and our edges, they look really clean. This could have been a good card, except I'm worried about those specs. And we're going to get a grade of Mint 9. Pretty good. Let me show you a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Flareon, a first edition, the number 35 card. The front of this card looks really good. Our surface looks clean. Our centering is within tolerance from top to bottom and right to left. And our corners and our edges show no damage. As we turn it to the back of the card, we look at it and you can see the surface looks really good. Our graphics are clean. Our centering, I think, is within tolerance on all four sides. Looking at our corners or edges, they look really clean. Except I think we have some slight damage to the lower left. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9. Dark Flareon gave us a 9. We are looking at a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Gloom, a first edition number 36 card. Dark Gloom looks really clean. The surface and graphics are nice. Our centering looks really good. I don't think there's an issue there. And our edges on our corners are near perfect. As always, I take a look at the back because that's where most of the damage or the problems are. We look at our surface, it's nice and clean. Looking at our centering, it is quite a bit to the left, which would probably take us out of a 10 status. But looking at our corners and our edges, I think they are pretty clean. There might be some slight damage on the upper right. And we're going to receive a grade of Mint 9 for this card. That's awesome. We're looking at a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Golduck, a first edition number 37 card. I always liked this card, the graphics of it, and they look very clean. Looking at our centering I think is towards the top, and our corners and our edges, they're very clean. As we continue this inspection to the back of the card, you can see that the centering problem continues over here where it's towards the top. And looking at our graphics, they're nice and clean. There's no damage or staining. Looking at our corners and our edges, there's some slight damage to the lower left corner. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9. Man, these old cards are producing well. I want to show you a card I really like. The 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Jolteon, a first edition number 38 card. Looking at this card, it looks really clean. There's no problems with the surface. Our centering, I think, is within tolerance from top to bottom and right to left. And our edges and our corners, I think, are really nice. I was excited about this card, and looking at the back, I'm still pretty excited. The centering looks pretty good. Our surface looks pretty clean, but my excitement wanes a little bit as I get to the corners because there's some damage to the upper left corner and the lower right corner, but the rest of the corners and edges look clean. And we'll receive a grade of Mint 9 for this card. That's pretty good. I like it when they give me a good grade. Let's look at this 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Kadabra, a first edition, the number 39 card. Dark Kadabra's front surface looks clean. There's no damage, no staining or creases or anything. Our centering is within tolerance from top to bottom and right to left. And our corners and our edges are very clean with no damage. The back of the card looks as good as the front. There's no problems with the surface or the graphics of the card. Our centering is within tolerance from left to right and bottom to top. Looking at our corners and our edges, there's some slight damage to the upper right corner. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9 for Dark Kadabra. I like it. I like it like that. This card is a 2000 Pokemon Team Rocket Dark Kadabra, a first edition number 39 card. Yes, I sent 2 in. And this one looks as good as the other card. It looks really clean. There's no problems with the surface. Our centering, I think, is within spec from top to bottom and right to left. And our edges and our corners are very clean. And the back of the card looks just as well as the front. There's no problems with the surface, no stains or dirt or anything. Looking at our centering, it might be slightly to the left. Finally, looking at our edges and our corners, the upper right corner has some slight damage. And that's going to give us a grade of Mint 9. Wow. It matches that other one I had. Hope you enjoyed this video and you like going through the cards and the grades with me. Please subscribe and like. And don't forget, gotta catch them all. Have a great day.